Let's have an honest conversation about places to stay in the Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg area. I've lived in this area my entire life, and while that means I don't often stay at, cabins and hotels, there was a period, especially when I went to college, that when I came home to visit, I did stay in different cabins. And I've also just learned as a local and talking to other locals and other people that have rented and talking to you all, I've kind of learned some things. Stay away from the big cabin companies. And I know that's hard to hear because they're probably cheaper. But if you rent from these smaller owned cabin companies, for one, you're supporting a local. 9 times out of 10, you're supporting a local. You've got these cabins that are owned by people that live in Florida or in New York or do real estate somewhere else, and they're just banking off of the Smokies. They don't take care of the cabins. You're not going to get that great customer service that you're looking for. I'll tag a couple of cabin companies in the comments. I've shown one on here. He and his wife run the company. And then if you're going to stay in a hotel, I recommend local hotels that are owned locally. The Valley Forge Inn, wonderful hotel that's been in the family for years. When I was in college and I came in on spring break with my friends, that's where we stayed. It's a great little hotel, really nice amenities. Just do a little bit of research. I'm going to try, Rocky Motors Inn in Gatlinburg. They're locally owned. I did a whole video on them as well. I'm going to try to make some sort of document about, some sort of guide of some sort of like places you should stay. That's all local, places to support if you want to eat local, if you want to stay local, if you want to support local, which I am 100% for, okay? Please support locals. There's a lot of transplants here, which is okay. They're still local. What I don't like is these big corporations profiting off of the small town feel, if that makes sense. So that's my 2 cents. I get asked constantly about where people should stay. It's hard for me to answer that because I personally have not stayed a lot of places because I'm local. I will say everywhere my husband and I have stayed overnight, we've paid for. So I could give you all an honest review. And then, I've filmed a couple of cabins just to showcase them to you. There's a new, the cabin guy on here has a new beautiful property. Gorgeous. It's like a glass cabin. Beautiful. I made a video on that a while ago if you want to go look at it, and I even have a discount code for that. Again, the discount code is just to help you, okay? And again, to help somebody local. And he has a couple of other properties if you want to, I'll tag their website. I'll tag Valley Forge Inn if you want to check them out as well. And if I can think of anybody else, I'll tag them as well. I've gotten asked this question a lot in the past week about where you should stay. And again, I don't really stay places because I'm local, so it's hard. But if you're willing to do some research and find the local cabin companies and find the local hotels that are family run, I recommend that if you can. So that's all.